Captain Phillips is a true story. It is a thriller directed by Paul Greengrass, who everyone pretty much knows from directing the last two installments of the Matt Damon Jason Bourne movies. And considering how awesome those two movies were, you'd think that him teaming up with Tom Hanks would be nothing short of spectacular. But then again, Paul Greengrass re-teamed up with Matt Damon again after the original Bourne trilogy, and we got this. Green Zone. Green Zone should have been an awesome movie. Instead, we got a preachy pile of bullshit that was trying to be a political thriller. But this team up of Greengrass and Tom Hanks is spectacular. Greengrass implements his shaky cam style of filmmaking once again in this movie. A lot of people hate the use of shaky cam. I mean, I don't really care. It might get dizzy sometimes, but Paul Greengrass has kind of mastered it. It's kind of an art form to him now. So I'll let it pass, just because he is probably the best out there at that style of filmmaking. So you pretty much know what the story is about. Captain Phillips tells the true story of Captain Richard Phillips, who is commanding a ship when it is taken over by Somalian pirates. Tom Hanks obviously plays Captain Phillips in this movie, and he is phenomenal. It is one of the best performances he's done, at least for a while. It's hard to say it's one of his best because he's had Philadelphia, Forrest Gump, and even The Money Pit way back when, you know. But definitely in a long time this is his best movies because, I mean, Da Vinci Code, Ages of Demons, those are kind of poop. This is some of the best acting I've seen from Tom Hanks in years. And I'm a little biased because I'm a huge Tom Hanks fan, but even if I wasn't a fan of Tom Hanks, this would be great. Everyone should think that his performance in this movie is phenomenal because it is. Tom Hanks is playing a normal person who reacts in a way a normal person would react in these situations. He's not like, oh, stuff's happening, so I'm just gonna go grab a shotgun and randomly I'm so good at shooting. What I love most about this movie is that Captain Phillips couldn't overcome these pirates with like brute strength or anything. He had to outthink them, he had to outsmart them. He used intelligence and, you know, thinking to get out of certain situations and alert everyone else to what was going on. Now, if you put Vin Diesel or The Rock in this movie, the movie automatically just turns into one of those movies where the hero just magically finds a gun and starts shooting people up and he saves the day. That's not what this movie is. This character does it by being smart and being very careful with what he says and doesn't say. And I just want to say thank you, Tom Hanks, for ditching that horrible hair that you had that reminded everyone of Nicolas Cage when he went batshit crazy and started doing really shitty movies. This movie is a non-stop thriller, and Tom Hanks' performance alone is reason enough to go see this movie. And the thing about Tom Hanks' performance is that while you're watching it, you're like, oh, this is pretty good. And then you get to the end, and there's just like this 5-10 minute scene in the last 15-20 minutes of the movie where he just hits you, and he might even make you cry. I got a little teary-eyed when I was watching the movie because of how well he played one of those last scenes. It was very, very, very well done. Overall, I'm going to give this movie a B+. If I was forced to offer one criticism for this movie, it would probably be that it's probably a little too long and it drags a little bit in the middle. You have like two kind of different movies here. The first half is kind of is Captain Phillips trying to prevent the pirates from boarding his ship, and the second half is more of a hostage situation type movie. And in the middle, it does drag. There's like probably about a half hour to 40 minutes of just kind of dragging a little, but that's not, it didn't bother me, but if I had to offer one complaint, I guess that would be it. But go see this movie, it's awesome. Tom Hanks is awesome. He might even make you a little teary-eyed like he made me. If you see it, let me know what you thought by commenting below.